You want to start?
Hi everyone, this is Brenda
I'm Tim.
from Crooked River Homestead.
Off grid.
I've looked the devil square in his face, been a brother, a rebel, been scared and been brave. I do all I can to try and get home, but I can't make a promise on what I don't know.
Today we are starting a new series on the couch.
I don't know, we haven't really come up with a name. I liked From the Couch
There we go.
at Crooked River Homestead with Brenda and Tim, but Brenda said
I don't know.
the daily update or weekly update.
And he thought that was boring.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you decide. Let us know down below. Basically what this is it's a chance for us to talk to you folks, the ones that are regular subscribers and come back. We appreciate you guys. We've been pretty busy here on the homestead and don't have a lot of time to put out regular videos, so what we thought we'd do here is start kind of a new maybe series or kind of playlist, and we'll call it from, like I said, From the Couch or From Crooked River Homestead, and basically kind of give you a quick little update of what's been going on during the week and kind of cover some topics of interest that we think might be interesting to you folks. You can comment, question, or if you have some other topic you'd like us to discuss or bring up as far as what we're doing here off grid. Obviously it's the middle of winter, so we're kind of hunkered down right now waiting for spring.
yeah, we got some light snow showers today. For those of you that don't know us, we've been married, well, we'll be married 42 years this May.
Yes.
And we have 3 children and 4 grandchildren.
Pretty exciting. 2 new ones recently too.
Yes,
2 little
yeah.
girls, and boy are they beautiful.
Yeah, this
That's
past year.
So yeah, enjoying life.
Yeah, so having a lot of fun with those. We spent the last year renovating our old home. We sold our old home and then we moved to this off-grid location.
Right.
And at the very end of October, and so we've been roughing it, living off-grid, getting settled in, learning things, and
Learning things is right.
Yeah.
Well, when you when you go your whole life living with electricity, the furnace just kicked off, so we apologize for the extra noise. And I'm going to get up real quick here and let Ellie out because Ellie wants to go outside. You can talk about what we've been doing. Go ahead.
Yes, so we knew we wanted to do this in retirement, and we decided that retirement was going to come a little sooner rather than later.
Yeah, there were
So
extenuating circumstances that we just saw around us that kind of motivated us, I guess you say, to try to
Yes.
finish the project that we had started there. It took us 9 years. When we bought it was basically just a raw lot, and we fixed it up to the point where it was very home, and we really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was beautiful. It just kind of outgrew it, I think. And
yeah,
like you just said, we wanted to go off grid, and so here we
yeah,
are.
we wanted more land, and
Yeah.
so we're just starting our journey.
Yeah.
We started it, in the fall, late fall, going into winter, so not the best time, but that's
Yeah.
just the way things worked out.
And the way I look at it is, we hit the roughest part first, and we get through this rough part, and you hopefully come springtime, things will just get better because you'll be able to just do more. Actually, the days are already getting longer now. I'm so optimistic, only because like I was outside yesterday. It was a beautiful sunny day, and it was still light at 4:30, and around here that's pretty nice. So
Yeah. I think
yeah.
spring is going to be a lot sweeter this year.
For sure. Yeah, that's what it is. But in preparation for all this, basically it was just a lifetime of experience, really, and preparation in terms of just growing up and living in cold conditions, working in cold conditions. And fortunately, I'm a kind of a jack of all trade DIY kind of guy, so I'm not afraid to tackle projects and take on things that most people may not be able to, or may be able to afford to pay somebody else to do. And so we're fortunate in that regard. Brenda is fantastic with the pantry and the food and keeping track of all that stuff and keeping our home tidy, clean, and everything. And she's becoming a big help outside with me too. So that's been nice.
Just learning. I just retired also at the same time that we moved.
Yeah.
So, and
big changes.
So big changes, just learning how he works and how I can best help him, and anticipate how I can help him. And I'm actually learning a little carpentry. Yeah, we did the little area up front of the RV here. There's a video on that. So yeah, the little cabin.
And that's been worked out. That worked out real nice. That'd be a good topic of discussion at one point. But anyway, so that's kind of a little bit of the history of us. I don't know if there's something else you want to say, but
no, I think the topic of the week is the weather.
Yeah,
that's been the biggest thing we've been battling pretty much since we've moved here.
Yeah, it's in Maine. You never really know exactly what to expect. Where we moved from was only an hour or so away, but not even in that southern part of the state. The snow rain line kind of always, you never knew. You were either going to get all rain or all snow or a mixture of both, whatever. And we're not that far north, and our elevation's a little bit higher here, but still in Maine, again, you just never know. The winter came early, I think, or not necessarily early, but it did earlier in the cold and the snow and
temperatures
everything.
Really dropped, and we got good snow early on, and we're definitely colder than our previous location.
Yeah, definitely. So we've been dealing with this week. We installed a weather station. That should have been one of my topics. I did just install a nice one. I've always wanted a weather station. I like being able to have that information. There's obviously all kinds of apps and stuff you can get these days, but the weather station is nice to have here on the Homestead because it gives us idea of this particular one we can monitor. Plus, we're online. I did post a picture of that, and I don't know if I included a link, so you can also look at our weather station and see what we're getting here for weather. But it's nice because it measures the wind gusts, temperature, gives us a forecast and whatnot. And this turned out this past week was probably some of the windiest and coldest weather we've had. Matter of fact, I talked to the FedEx delivery guy one day, and he said he's been doing the job for 8 years. He says definitely going to go down as one of the coldest days that we had. So it was pretty brutal. When I had no idea what a wind gust was. You are outside and it blows hard, and you think, oh yeah, that's got to be a good gust.
Now, especially on the top of our property, when we go for our daily walks, it was stronger up there, it seemed like. Yeah. But of course, you definitely feel it more here in the camper when you're getting jostled with the wind.
Yeah, and it woke me up a couple times at night.
Oh, yeah.
We had a 36 mile an hour. I think that was the peak high of a gust, which doesn't sound like much when you think about it, but a 36 mile an hour gust hitting your RV is... It'll shake you up for sure, make a couple things fly in the air. But we did pretty good. We had one thing that flew, the styrofoam behind us here. But other than that, we did pretty good. The wind was pretty bad. It's calm today, so it's real nice. But,
it's nice.
But the cold.
The cold is what.
The combination of
the wind and the temperatures were down. Yeah. And so the wind really brought the wind chill factor into play, and we had some issues with our water freezing.
Yeah, so we have the RV skirted, and we did a pretty good job. We didn't get it completely finished. It's all kind of closed in, but we didn't get the skirting all the way around like we wanted to. But regardless, it's sealed up enough that it can hold a little bit of heat, but it wasn't sealed up tight enough so that if you got a good gust of wind, unfortunately, it would take some of your heat away. And so, we ended up waking up a couple nights, I guess you said, that we had. And fortunately, because the water system on this is a on-demand water pump, meaning you turn the faucet, the pump senses the need for water, and it pulls the water from the holding tank that we refill, which we just did a video on refilling. And so we know instantly when you turn the faucet on, the pump, you don't hear the pump run, then you know there's something wrong. So basically, the first time it happened, I wasn't quite sure, because it happened a few weeks ago or a month before we got it
Yeah.
closed in. It happened
Right.
once, but I have a nice big, like a 35,000 BTU salamander propane heater that I was able to put underneath the RV, and for a few minutes, it didn't even take long, and it turned right back on, and then it warmed up because it was daylight, so it didn't have a problem. But this last time, it happened a couple more times, but like I said, we have it all skirted. The only thing that changed was that I have a diesel heater under that new front compartment that we closed in, and I was blowing heat underneath after it froze the first time, but I moved that to blow heat directly into the RV
Yeah.
without putting heat underneath, and I've since changed back to blowing it underneath because I've also been able to get underneath and kind of close things up a little bit more and seal things up with some spray foam and stuff. So it's not perfect, but it's getting better. And so whatever heat I can pump under there, which the diesel heater does a really good job. It runs almost 24/7, and it's really efficient and affordable and does a great job. So I think we're out of the woods as far as the real cold, hopefully. January is
Yeah.
typically the worst.
Now it's been part of our learning process where, we have these supplemental heaters. And so Tim has been experimenting like where to put them and how best to use them. And sometimes it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we have ample redundancy in heating systems. We have one right here. We did a video on, which was the
Catalytic.
heater, which is nice to have in here. That's been working out real nice.
Yes, that's nice.
So the weather was that was one of the issues we had with. I'm going to let Ellie in, and I guess the other one was the water freezing, but come on, Elle.
There she is.
Okay.
So yeah, the other issue is the porta potty that we're using. We don't have we're not connected to water all the time.
Yeah.
So we're not using our toilets in here until we have like a permanent water supply.
Correct.
For those. But the porta potty's been a learning process as well.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And the service that we're using, they've been putting some rock salt in there to keep things kind of thawed out. And but this last time he put some sanitizer.
Yeah, it's like 99% alcohol or something. So it smells really good in there. But
yeah, it makes his job easier when he comes.
Yeah.
And
that's one of the things we didn't really have time to set up was any kind of bathroom facility. We have them in the RV, as Brenda said, and we're just avoiding to use it until we have the water permanently hooked up, which will be coming as soon as the weather warms up more and we can get the water line permanently hooked up. But then we can have him come by and just regularly maintain us. But for now we're using the porta potty, which has been a learning curve in the winter. It's not when the wind's gusting up to 20 miles an hour and you got to step outside. It's
definitely been chilly, but Tim just told me, I don't know if he knew this all along, but there's a couple of vents at the base of the seat on the floor that are for ventilation, which is beneficial in the summertime.
Comes from the back
but
underneath.
In the winter time, you don't want that Arctic blast coming up.
Yeah, makes it
while you're sitting there.
Yeah.
So we put an old paper bag there for now.
Block the holes off a little bit. Yeah.
So, and then you've been working on power.
Yeah, the power
solar.
situation with the cold has been interesting. The solar, of course, we're still on the Blue Eddy right now, and that's a 3,000 watt hour unit. It's a little undersized, definitely, for what we're doing here. We don't want to buy another battery because we're so close to the warmer weather. What we're experiencing, and this is all a learning curve also, is it's when the weather's cold, you use more power. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, furnace is running more.
The water heater's running more.
Yeah.
So it's just draws more. So now what I've been learning is that because the app that we have to monitor the power usage with the Blue Eddy allows me to see what we're using for total watt usage. We're really good. We're really conservative as far as what we use, and that's without even trying, to be honest with you. We just don't use a lot of power. But we have most of the appliances on propane, but still you need some power to run some of the appliances.
Yeah.
And we still have to keep things charged up here and there. And we have the weather station plugged in. We have the Starlink that's set up, which will be another topic for the next week, because that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so we're using, even on a cold night with everything going, maybe in the 300 to 500 watts an hour. Well, I say an hour, but 300 to 500 watts if everything's kicking on. But it doesn't get us quite all the way through the night. I have to get up. If we fully charge the battery at around 8, 9 o'clock at night, if it's a really cold night like it was this past week, we had a couple of them, I'd have to get up at 3 or 4, maybe 5 in the morning and get the generator fired up just to recharge the battery, and then we're good for till the sunlight comes up, and then we recharge, which we just hooked up the panels again for. But
yeah, we've been mainly relying on the generator to replenish the power in the battery.
Yeah.
Because some of the solar panels got damaged from previous winds this fall, and so yeah, you got them set up. Got them
going again. They're hooked up. They're working. But as you can see, it's a snow. Maybe you can't, but it's a snowy, cloudy day, overcast. So we're really not making any power. We do have a long-term big 40,000 kilowatt hour system that's sitting in a container. I'm waiting for better weather, and that's coming, but that won't be for a while yet. But we'll be fine once the temperatures start to warm up a little bit.
We'll be using less energy. We're going through quite a bit of propane right now.
Yeah.
Of course, there's probably not much insulation in these walls.
Yeah.
So.
Nope. Means Boss. We have our pets. This is Boss the kitty.
Yeah.
And we have Ellie the dog we just saw here a minute ago.
Yeah, she wanted to party last night when we went to bed, and
she was running from one end of the RV all the way to our bed, jumping on the bed. Then she'd walk up to us and then take back off. I don't know what she was.
Yeah, she's just going stir crazy because she's an outdoor cat. She loves being outside. She loves exploring, but she's a fair weather cat, I guess, outdoor cat. Although last winter she went out a lot, but I don't know. This winter she's just staying close. Yeah. But she's not burning off any energy either. So we're trying to keep her awake today.
Yeah. So anyway, the power situation is not bad. It certainly could be a little better. The generator's been working well. It's a Harbor Freight 5000 clean wave, or clean sine wave. So it's a nice generator. It's working hard. It's got a remote start, and the Blue Eddy charges really, really quick. We can get it from like 20-30% charge to full charge in an hour or less, maybe. Yeah. It's pretty quick. So it doesn't run very long, doesn't run very much, maybe a couple times a day at the most, once in the morning, once at night, and other than that, we're pretty good.
Yep. And I've been working on my pantry, and my goal is to do an inventory. I've organized the indoor pantry here. I have all the like canned goods that have liquids in them in here, but I still have a good portion of my food in the shipping container and all the dry stuff. And so I need to pretty much unpack some of that and organize that so I know what I have, and also I can just easily grab something. And right now everything is in tubs, and I have to pull a tub out to get, I have it labeled, but I have to pull a heavy tub out and get what I need, put it back. Anyway, that's another video coming up. As soon as it's a little bit warmer, get out there and start organizing.
It's been nice having the pantry that you really started a couple of years ago, and we're still enjoying fresh vegetables from our garden in Hollis. Yeah. And it's been great.
Yeah, we started late 2021 and really aggressively doing that, and didn't know that we were preparing for now. But it's also, for any case of emergency, you never know, job loss, whatever. It comes in so handy. You don't feel like going to the grocery store. You got stuff in there that you can make a meal out of.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Yeah, it's definitely something I want to keep up. I didn't really do any canning last year, but definitely this summer I have an outdoor cook stove that I'll be learning how to can on.
Yeah, making some blueberry jam, hopefully.
Yeah, well, the blueberry jam I can do in here,
Oh, okay.
but our little stove in here cannot handle the weight of my pressure canner, so I can't do any meats or veggies or anything like that, but jams and jellies, yes.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's see. The last topic is the well.
The well, yeah, we just refilled
Did a-
our onboard water tank.
Did a video on that, which if we can, we'll put a link to that.
Yeah.
And it's so that we got. Fortunately, we're able to get the well in. If you've seen some of the videos on that, not completely finished. We didn't get the water line buried in time, so we're kind of struggling with trying to get water out of the well. We've got a couple options. We got a water line that we did get in, and we can pull water out when it's not frozen, but it's been below 32 for too long, so that is not an option right now. So as you saw, or as you may see in the video that we just did, we're able to get water out from the top of the well.
Yeah.
The water's frozen inside, but I was able to break it up enough to get the hose down through.
Yeah, that's really been helpful. Yeah, we just made it as far as freezing wise to get what we have in for the well. It's in the ground, but like you said, the line's not buried and stuff.
Yeah.
So when things thaw out.
We're using that well water just now for our primarily gray water. As far as washing stuff,
Yeah.
we're not using it for cooking or eating. I don't know, using it for cooking.
No.
We're just using it for washing, and that's it. It's just we have a source for our fresh spring water that we're using that we have to go refill once a week or so right now.
Yeah, that's not as bad now that we can get water from the well for the other stuff.
Yeah, it's been working out real
Yeah.
nice. Showers and
Yeah.
everything else. So anyway, what do you think? That was the conclusion for this first one.
Yeah. We'd like to know if you guys have any questions for us that we can address in further.
Yeah, about living maybe off grid. We're new at this, but we're handling it fine. We're enjoying it. We're looking forward to the warmer weather for sure, and being able to get started on our big projects outside.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can do this maybe once a week. And if you have any questions or comments, forward them over to us.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can't help or answer any questions or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And other than that,
We'll see you next time.
thanks for watching. Take care.
Please like and share this video, and if you haven't already subscribed, we'd love it if you did.
What do you think, boss? Is that a good job?
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.